Just start with just disappointed in the way we finished the game. I think we've had enough games where we're in the game or we have the lead, and for whatever reason, particularly quick shots and turnovers down the stretch, which really hurt us in a lot of these situations. And once again tonight, quick shots and turning the ball over late, and ORU Roberts, giving them credit, they were able to capitalize off of our mistakes.
Is there one thing you can point to that's kind of been the problem here, or is it, like you said, just the quick shots?
I would just say, well, decision making is a big part of basketball. It's a big part of sports, a big part of life. And right now, we're not making good decisions, particularly in what we call winning time, whether it's the last 8 minutes or the last 3 minutes. It's not making good decisions with the ball.
What was it you were able to do in the first half? Because you were able to forge a lead. I mean, you were up by 10 in the second half. I mean, what was it you were doing, and then did you kind of sense when did it start to get away from you?
Well, I think for the most part, we had a balanced attack. I thought that our guys did a really good job of inside-out approach. Jalen Chapman gave us good minutes. Tate gave us good minutes, and even Brandon had a good night for him in terms of finishing around the basket, so he's growing in that area. So I thought, we really did a good job of spreading the ball, moving the ball, and having a balanced attack inside and out, and we kind of got away from that in the second half.
In a losing streak like this, it can build, the frustration can build to the point where, what can you do to kind of focus on the positive at this point?
What we identify, we had some balance. We identify the things that we're doing well. And at the same time, we highlight the things that are costing us. So it's just, as coaches, finding that balance between criticism and understanding, encouraging them for the next game, because we have to continue to get prepared for the next one. So we're finding that balance.
Does it worry you a little bit? Confidence-wise with this team right now?
If we were freshmen and sophomore underclassmen in terms of experience, it would worry me a little bit. But with returning players that we have, the experience that we have at the guard position and down low with Tate and Jalen Chapman, they do a really good job in terms of trying to bring energy every day. So I'm not really concerned as much as if we were younger. I think our guys, our team understands, and they accept collectively as a team and as a staff responsibility for what's going on. We understand what we have to do to correct it. Now we just have to apply what we know.
You guys did a good job on Obi in the first half, and you kind of kept him from going. What did he do in the second half? What was it you guys didn't do that allowed him to kind of get away from you guys?
Well, I think for the most part he posted up more in the second half and got to the free throw line. So those two things really helped him get going and end up with 30 points and 13 for 16 from the free throw line. Really helped him get going.
What's interesting when you look at their box score, he had 30, nobody else is in double figures. So, you were able to do some things defensively on some of the other guys that kind of kept them in check. So, is that a positive?
Well, I think for the most part, yes. We look at our offensive defensive scheme and what we wanted to try to accomplish tonight, and I thought for the most part, for 32 minutes we did that, and I think that allowed us to get the lead. And that 8-minute stretch really hurt us, and give them credit for making the plays down the stretch.
You always talk about getting stops, and you weren't able to do that. What were they doing? What was it you guys weren't doing? What happened there late in the second half?
Second half, that was us missing shots, honestly. They got a couple easy, I guess. We made them work. Honestly, we made them work on defense. Mm-hmm. They scored a little bit here and there, but it was really our fault. We took a lot of quick shots in the second half, and we gave up the lead, honestly, with the quick shots, and then they scored and started turning the ball over. I think we had like 2 turnovers in the first half and like 10 in the freaking second half. So, we're learning. Just got to capitalize on stuff.
You guys came out, it seemed like there was a lot of fire to you guys, especially in the first half. What was the discussion in since Thursday's game, and how did that kind of carry over into tonight?
Thursday was just to play hard. We know they had a great scorer in Obi, and we wanted to stop him. We tried to do everything we can to prevent them from taking over the game and taking over the game. So I credit them They executed down the stretch. We didn't. We turned the ball over, took bad shots, and that's how the game was.
Is there a feeling that once you get that first one, that everything will kind of be, once you get that win and kind of break this, you know, that this kind of goes away? I mean, can you just sense that you're getting close to breaking through? Or?
Close every time. Just gotta get over the hump.
How frustrating is it? I mean, I know it's got to be pretty frustrating, but I mean, if you put it in your own words, what's this like for you guys?
It's disappointing that we can't execute in close games, having such a big lead in the first half and playing well all the way up to about 8 minutes or 4 minutes left in games. We can't execute plays to get us the victories.
What was it you were able to do in the first half to kind of get that lead?
Made shots, blocked up on defense. We pretty much shut them down on defense. We got stops after stops after stops, which that field of offense, we get stops, we get buckets.
And we had 2 turnovers in the first half, so it means that we was taking care of the ball and getting what we wanted. We had control of the tempo, but then second half, 10 turnovers is not going to win us the game.